Question number 14, the longest common prefix. Now, this is a question that is asked many times at Amazon. So today I want to be going over this question. Now, this question is actually very special to me specifically because I was actually asked this question in an internship interview that I did. Okay. And to be honest, I did not do great because this was one of my first interviews I've ever had. And ever since then, I've been trying to practice Leetcode to get better. Okay. Now, in today's video, I want to be showing you guys one of the easier ways to do this problem that is very, very low on the intensity, and it does not require any insane algorithms that this problem could technically use to get better time efficiency. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the problem here. Write a function to find the longest common prefix string amongst an array of strings. Okay, if there's no common prefix, just return the empty string. Looking at this example here, we have flower, we have flow, and we have flight. These three words all have the common prefix, which would be returned as FL, right? FL, FL, FL. Okay, now sort of thinking of a quick solution here. Might not have the best time complexity, right? Well, what did these three words have in common? Let's sort of do some quick analysis here to get a better understanding, right? Well, this word is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters long. This word is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the length does have a play. The longest common subsequence or prefix could at most be 4 because this is the shortest word, right? So the lengths do come into play here, and I'll show you that in a second. Well, just looking generally, right, at all of these different words, what if there's a way to actually sort this array? Now, this is a strategy that I did not know when I first started Leetcode, which is to use the sorting algorithm to your advantage. Now, there's a lot of problems that don't use sorting because sorting is actually O of n log n time complexity. And that is not the best time complexity for a lot of problems. A lot of problems you're really shooting for O of n, not O of n log n. But in this case, sorting can actually do wonders. And it might not be the best time complexity, as I said earlier, but it makes this problem very simple, okay? So what if we sorted this array, okay? Let's basically map this to a sort. Well, we'll have flow at the start, flower, and then flight. Or actually, sorry, it would be reverse order because of the I and the O, okay? Just act like this is the start of the array. I'm an idiot, but that is how it would be, right? To be sorted. Now, a quick way to do this is to actually just sort the array, right? So let's just do some quick pseudocode here. Okay. So a quick way to solve this problem, just sort the words. And then, well, we need our answer to be the longest common prefix, not of just 2 words, right? But of every word, not just 2. Every single word in this array has to have this longest common prefix. So what we can do actually is just sort the words, and then after that, we can just compare the first and last words. And these words would be the most different in the array, the most different, but they would also have the longest common prefix. This makes this problem so much easier because we only need to compare 2 words after sorting. Okay, so what does this comparison really look like? Well, we just literally iterate through all the letters, and if the letters match, we append them to a string builder of sorts. And then finally, when they don't match, we just return what we had of that string, right? So with this general pseudocode, it takes a problem that looks very, very daunting at first and turns it into just a few lines of code. If you're still not confident in this problem-solving technique, let's go ahead and hop into Leetcode and I'll show you the line-by-line demonstration. Okay, so hopping straight into the code here, the first thing we want to do is utilize a string builder approach. So this list called answer will work as my string builder, and then finally at the end we'll join it together. Okay, so the first thing we want to do in this problem is to sort the array of strings, right? And once we have those sorted, we want to take the first word and the last word of this sorted array and put it into their distinct variables. Now I'm typing very slowly to sort of show that even the worst typers can be good at Leetcode, right? Now this array is a cute little trick in Python. If you just put -1, it will do the last element in the array, right? So now we have the first word and last word in there. We want to iterate through the range of, ready? The longest common prefix is a maximum length of the minimum length of the two words. Now this code might look a bit daunting, but I'll explain it in a second. So we take the minimum between the two lengths, and that's what we're going to iterate through, because it can't go past the length of the least word, right? Now, the first thing we want to check is, are these letters not the same? If they are not the same, then we can just break, because that means this is as far as we've gotten. The prefix before it is the longest possible. And if the letters are the same, then that means the prefix could be still going. So we'll append it to the list. It doesn't matter if you put first word or last word here. Either one of them works, because this letter should be the same if they're equal to each one another. And then finally, after we iterate through all of those letters through the first and last words and we break the loop, then we return our string builder answer through joining it and turning it back into a string.